Picture yourself adrift on a tiny raft, alone in the middle of the ocean. In every direction, water stretches all the way to the horizon. You are surrounded by more water than you could drink in 1,000 lifetimes, and you are slowly dying of thirst. There is an entire ocean right beneath you, and the one thing you must never, ever do is drink it, because seawater will not save you. It will kill you, and it will kill you faster than drinking nothing at all. It is one of the cruelest tricks in all of nature. The most abundant water on the whole planet is, to you, a poison. It sounds impossible, drowning in water while dying for a single drink. But that is exactly what would happen to you. The old sailors knew it well. Water, water everywhere, and not a single drop to drink. But why? Water is water. Your body is mostly water. So why on earth would drinking the sea destroy you? The whole answer is hiding in a pinch of salt and in a strange hard limit built into your own kidneys. Here is the thing your body simply can't get around. Seawater is not just water. It is absolutely loaded with salt. About 3.5% of the ocean is dissolved salt. That may not sound like much, but to your body, it is a flood. Because the sea is roughly 4 times saltier than the blood inside your own veins. Your body works incredibly hard to keep the salt in your blood at exactly the right level. A little too little is a problem. A little too much is a disaster. When you drink seawater, you suddenly flood your blood with far more salt than it could ever safely hold. Now your body has a full-blown emergency on its hands. It has to get rid of all that extra salt, and fast. And the organ with that difficult job is the kidney. Your body's built-in water filter. Your kidneys are astonishing little machines. But when it comes to salt, they have one hard limit they cannot break. And it is that single limit that quietly turns the whole ocean into poison. To flush salt out of you, your kidneys have to dissolve it in water and send it away as urine. But your kidneys can only make urine up to a certain saltiness. And absolutely no saltier than that. And that maximum saltiness is still less salty than seawater itself. Sit with what that actually means. To get rid of the salt in one single cup of seawater, your kidneys need more than a cup of water to carry it out. So every time you drink seawater to stop your thirst, you end up urinating out even more water than you drank in the first place. You are not gaining water at all. You are losing it. Drinking the sea actively wrings you dry. Slowly, cup by desperate cup, you are drinking yourself into a deeper and deeper hole. It is like trying to put out a fire by pouring petrol on it. The very thing you reach for only makes it worse. And this cruel arithmetic is only half of the problem. The other half is what all that salt does deep inside your body. To really see it, we have to zoom right down to your cells. Every single cell in your body is a tiny bag of water, wrapped in a thin, delicate skin. And water follows one simple, relentless rule. It always tries to move toward wherever there is more salt to even things out. This pull is called osmosis, and it is one of the most powerful quiet forces in all of biology. So when your blood turns salty from the seawater, it becomes saltier than the inside of your own cells. And water obeys the rule. It rushes out of your cells and into your salty blood, desperately trying to dilute it. Your cells begin to shrivel, like plump grapes slowly drying into wrinkled raisins. It is a slow-motion drought happening inside a body that is completely surrounded by water. This is happening everywhere at once, in your muscles, in your organs, and worst of all, inside your brain. As the brain cells lose their water, your thinking falls apart. Confusion sets in, then delirium, then far worse. If this strange, slightly grim little science is scratching an itch in your brain right now, do it a favor and subscribe. Curio serves up one of these every single day. Now, back to the raft. And this is not just a theory. It is written into some of the darkest true stories of the sea. For centuries, shipwrecked sailors have found themselves adrift, tortured by thirst, with an entire ocean all around them. And again, the most desperate ones gave in and drank the seawater. At first it seems to help a little, but soon the salt takes hold. The thirst roars back, stronger and crueler than before. Then came the confusion, the raving, and a fast, terrible decline. Some accounts even describe men leaping overboard, convinced the water would finally save them. Survival guides for lifeboats are blunt about it. No matter how thirsty you get, never, ever drink the sea. The people who lasted the longest were the ones who drank nothing at all and simply waited for rain. The open ocean, it turns out, is the thirstiest place a human being can possibly be. But now for the real puzzle. If seawater is poison, how on earth do sea animals survive out there at all? A dolphin never gets to sip from a cool freshwater stream. A seabird spends its entire life over the open ocean. So how do they cope? The answer is that every one of them solved the salt problem in its own clever, different way. Seabirds and sea turtles carry a secret weapon, special salt glands, usually tucked up near their eyes or nose. These glands pull the extra salt straight out of the blood and drip it back out as a concentrated, super salty ooze. It can look like the bird is crying or has a runny nose. Really, it is just quietly getting rid of the sea. Marine mammals, like whales and seals, take a completely different route. They barely drink at all. They get almost all of their water from their food, from the fish and squid they eat, and their kidneys are far better than ours at squeezing out concentrated, salty urine. A fresh, oily fish is mostly water anyway. In a real sense, to a seal, a fish is just a drink with fins. Sharks pull off the strangest trick of all. They pack so much waste chemical into their blood that they roughly match the saltiness of the sea, so the water stops pulling at them. Every sea creature quietly carries a custom-built solution to a problem that would kill you in a matter of days. And that is the real reason you cannot drink the sea. You are a land animal through and through. Your ancestors evolved beside rivers, lakes, and falling rain. Fresh water, water with barely any salt in it at all. Your kidneys were tuned for that gentle freshwater world, not the salty ocean. So they never learned the trick. We never grew salt glands. We never rebuilt our blood like a shark. We simply stayed creatures of the fresh water. We are life that crawled up out of the ocean and then, in a way, quietly locked the door behind us. Which leaves us in a genuinely strange position on our own planet. Over 2/3 of the Earth is covered in water, and almost none of it is water that we can actually drink. All that endless blue, and only the thin rivers and the falling rain will ever keep you alive. The very sea that gave rise to all life is, for one thirsty human, completely off-limits. So if you ever find yourself surrounded by that endless blue, remember the cruel rule of the raft. Not one single drop. Because the ocean is water, your body was simply never built to drink. Stay curious,